Everybody with my dingle.
Oh yeah, my dang-a-lang. I just absolutely love that Chuck Berry song, and wow, it has been a ding-a-ling kind of day. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Y'all are listening to Grammy Mary here in my rocket chair on RLM Radio. Also on the RLM Spreaker channel, the RLM Tune In radio station, and the RLM Internet radio station. And happy Wackadoodle Wednesday to y'all. Yeah, it's a ding-a-lingy Wackadoodle Wednesday. That's for dang sure. I just love Chuck Berry. I really do. And I love that song. Oh, my Lord. Hey there, Bo Diddy. How you doing, sweetheart? I see you're tweeting me over here. And behind thank you kindly, sir. And also thank you kindly, Barman, for tweeting me over there on Twitter. Let me see. Have I stayed above the 300 mark? Yes. I still have over 320, actually 321 stalkers. Yeah, buddy. I am an overachiever. Oh, maybe in the giggle factor. Other than that, I really don't overachieve a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, I do my thing, and that's just it. Unless you consider me being a Grammy, and then, yeah, I could probably be classified as an overachiever at that as well. Kind of a little on the goofy side here. And I like it. I do not suffer from insanity. It's just those around me that do. Okay, let me see. Who is over here on Fakey Book real quick? I've been tagged on more dang pictures and comments and statuses and all kinds of fun stuff today. And it's like, holy macanoli. I didn't realize I was that damn popular. Or at least every chance I got that I would check it, it was like, dang, I am actually getting, wow, what the hey, what happened? Has the universe aligned all of a sudden and decided that, yeah, let's tag her in everything? It must be. Okay, over here on Fakey Book, I see that ever so some lovely ladies, actually. Catherine. Hi there, Catherine. How you doing? As well as the lovely Mary B from Down Under. And Weeda. Weeda. Hey, woman. How you doing? And the lone male in the group. And I'm sure Gary is having a good time right now because you are in the company of some absolutely lovely ladies there, Gary L. You should feel very privileged, at least to be in their company. I don't know about the rest of it. It's like, wow, really? Okay, let's see. Over here on, Justin Amash. What the hell now, huh? Oh, hi, Green Flower Medicine. That looks... Do they do smell-o-vision yet? Green Flower had a very lovely plant that they shared. Oh, that was a hiccup. Literally, too. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close down my Twitter because, yeah, with my little iffy tin can and kite string internet, I don't want to push it. So, excuse me. Let me see who's over here on that effing site. Those lovely, wonderful, intelligent, brilliant people over here on Freedom's Network. Y'all are just absolutely awesome. Sharing all kinds of wonderful information, whether I like it or not. I truly do appreciate it because you are using your voice, and that's what you need to do. Okay, over here on that effing side, I see Bo Diddy, I see Grimner. I also see myself. Wow, it's not a mirror. I just see my little emoji there. And I also see Johnny Yuma. Hey there, sweetheart. How you doing? I don't know if you're listening or not. And looky there, the lovely Penny as well. Look at all these lovely ladies. And Bohan Alhaka. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say that or not, sweetheart, but you shared a picture of a jumping spider, and now I'm going to be creeped out for the rest of the frickin' night. Because, yeah, It's a spider. And that should be enough right there. At least it is for me. Okay, over here. In the lovely RLM. Y'all are just wonderful. I love this RLM chat. I learn so much over here. And I have so much fun playing and chatting. And Hans, if you're listening, darling, I truly do love you. I really do. You are that wonderful person that makes me think. And even if it makes me think I want to bop you upside the head, you still make me think, sweetheart. And that's wonderful. And you're expressing yourself. And you're not afraid to express yourself. Bravo. Bravo, young man. You keep it up. Because, everybody needs to express their voice. Whether people agree with them or like them or not, you still need to do it. Because how's anybody going to know how you feel or where you stand if you don't express yourself? Right? Right. And y'all are listening to me. I think y'all pretty much know I'm kind of the giggle queen. Well, no, because I don't giggle near as good as the Chewbacca mask lady. God, I love her. She's hilarious. Oh, bless her heart. She has such a joyful heart and so much bubble out of her. She's an effervescent kind of gal, don't you know? Okay, over here in the RLM, let's start up top because, well, that's where Asmo is, and enough said, okay? Asmo right on top, and closely behind him is Barman carrying Asmo's bar tab, probably. I also see the lovely Beth Z is here. Hey there, lady, how you doing? Haven't been able to chat with you very much lately. Been a wee bit on the busy side, but I hope things are going well for you. And looky there, Cowboy Tech. I hope you are hearing pleasant voices, my dear. And oh my goodness, be still my beating heart. My favoritist heavy breather in the whole wide world.
Hi, Darth Romes. I am your Grammy.
Oh, God, I love doing that. I know, I'm a little weird, but that's okay. I like it. I also see Grimner here, who is the creator of RLM and Barman and the guru, the internet geeky guy, the fixer-upper and tweaker over on Freedom's Network. Yes, he the man. He the goddamn man. Hey there, Grimmy. How you doing? I also see the lovely Kate is here, as well as IB Don C. And I think Kate and Don have been in competition with me today on who is the hottest. And no, we're not talking about like physical, unless you're talking about the physicality of the air outside is very warm. Someone turned that heat lamp in the sky up too high, like almost molten. 'Cause, yeah. I don't know if it was official or not yet. I'll have to look, but yeah. We breached the century mark today. It's not even the first day of summer, and we have breached the century mark. God, I love it out here in Northwest Booneyville. I also, and look, people are falling out right and left. Dang it, I hate when that happens. Is Kiwi having an issue? Looks like it is. People are splitting. Split. I hate when that happens. I also see Java Doctor 2 is here, as well as Java Doctor the original. So, hey, got a double dipping of Java there going on. And looky there, Juana Taco is here. And you know what, darling? My niece has offered to make some homemade tamales and bring them to the family reunion if any of us wish to purchase some from her. So you can bet your sweet Bippy I'm going to be buying some from that girl. Yeah, buddy. I also see P. Bunyan is here. Hey there, darling. How's things in your world? And Solvanor is still logged in, although I do believe Solvanor is probably sawing logs. I hope you're having pleasant dreams there, Walter. And looky there, Chalcedony is here, as well as Chloe. I hope I didn't put too much E on that, but if I did, well, oops. And I'm here. Kinda, sorta, at least physically. I'm here. And looky there, the lovely Mary B is here. Hey there, lady. Love to see you on multiple places. You're such an awesome sister. And hey, Oslo is here. How you doing, strong silent type? Or at least silent type. I have no idea about the strong part unless it's odiferous. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the bong hit king, Rob Works. Hey there, dude. How about a round? Puff, puff, pass. You know, we could all use that. On a day like today, well, actually, I don't know that there's necessarily a day like any day where you can't imbibe in a little. What is a bippy and why is it sweet? Well, darling, if I have to explain it to you. Oh, Grimmy, you're so funny. Um, well, we'll have to chat about that. This is gonna be like a Grammy talk, okay? You know, I have to do some splaining for you. How's that sound? What are you sharing there, Java Doctor? Um. Oh, okay. Thank you, dear. What is this? I'm almost afraid to click it, but I'm gonna click it anyway, just because I want to see what the heck are you sharing, hun? Oh, okay. Shared a link twice. Okay. Thank you, dear. I really don't want to go there. I really, on that whole false flag bullshit, because that's what it is. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You know they're getting extremely sloppy when either they're getting extremely sloppy or we're getting extremely adept at finding their sloppiness or a combination of both. But yeah, them false flags are getting really, really, really recognizable, don't you know? Okay, I need to sip of my beverage, just as water. Seriously, honest to God, water with a little bit of orange oil in it. Because I got to have my oils, don't you know? Because I kind of got to grease the hinges. Ah, yes. Been drinking a lot of water today because it's hot out there. And everybody would go, wow, I am hot. And I say, yeah, well, I'm just used to mine coming in flashes. This shit sucks. Which, yeah, the flashes aren't exactly the coolest either. But hey there, Loop-de-Loo. Oh, my God. My sister shared the most amazing young man. And he really doesn't look 20 years old, but he's from America's Got Talent, or he was on America's Got Talent. And he did Frank Sinatra way better than Frank Sinatra ever did. And wow, I was truly impressed. And you know, by the end of it, especially when Heidi hit the golden beeper thingy, because this is the only time I see this stuff is YouTube clips. I don't watch TV. If I do, I watch Netflix, and then I watch something that, you know, escapism kind of shit, because I want to get away from reality for a while. But wow, I was truly impressed. That young man sang very well. And yeah, I had eye leakage going on when Heidi hit the gold button. Hi, Jason. How you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're having an absolutely awesome day. Da, 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 da. I see you. Okay. I'm gonna go check out that effing site, and then I need to must. It's a moral imperative, 'cause you know it is Wackadoodle Wednesday, and so I gotta cover some wackadoodle shit, don't you know? 'Cause yeah, I am so tired of all the dark and ugly, and yeah, and there is so much more fun out there than there is ugly. There really is. I mean, when you stop and you look around, stop looking at the ugly news feed, stop looking at the grossness. I'm not saying completely ignore it forever and ever, but just take like 5-10 minutes out of your day and step outside and watch a squirrel do a high wire act on the telephone lines or something. Or watch the birds dive bombing. Or, watch a silly video on YouTube. Watch a little one that's just absolutely amazing on the piano. Watch something that makes your heart just want to burst and soar. Don't always look at the bad stuff, okay? Because, man, that turns you into such a Debbie Downer. And there are entirely too many Debbie Downers in the world the way it is. Like Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Wow, if she ain't a downer, I don't know what the hell is. Dang, girlfriend, smile once in a while. And do something with that hair. Seriously. Because that's like, wow. Wow. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Where was I at? Okay, I'm going to go check out Oopie. Oopie, oopie, oopie. Now, this is something you don't get to see every day. Just so you know. And I'm going to do this one first. And then I have another one that I need to go to that actually does involve a Florida bar. Just not the one everyone's talking about. But let's do this first, shall we? This is over on Oopie, UPI.com. A fawn, as in a baby deer. Doe, a deer, a female deer. This is a baby deer in Colorado, of all places. Yeah, it's Bambi, don't you know? And it snuck into a bathtub in a Colorado home. Why? 'Cause it could. Only in the mountains, this lost little fawn wandered into a home in Evergreen last night and, thinking it was bath time, hopped right into the tub. The homeowners thought it was injured and called us, but when Deputies S. Steele and B. Corbin arrived, they discovered that Bambi was uninjured, just a little lost without her mother. They kindly got her out of the tub and back outside safely, where she scampered off. We hope she finds her four-legged family again soon, which I do too, and I hope to God Mommy doesn't reject that little baby. Although people, take a little initiative upon yourself, and you could have gone without putting our taxpayers' dollars to work by calling out the law enforcement and just, taking the little deer outside yourself. Hey, what a novel idea. Or maybe just a short story. Lord only knows. But what could it hurt? I mean, obviously the little deer don't look hurt. And why do you all of the sudden just jump to the conclusion, it must be hurt, let's call the cops? Oh, well. People have got that ingrained into their heads entirely too much. Call the cops, call the cops, call the cops. No. Stop it. You don't have to do it for every little pissy ass thing. Just saying. Okay, let me put this over here on that effing site, because that effing site is just fantabulous. At least I think it is. And I'm sure there's an awful lot more that do as well. Aww. Okay, let me find me a little emoji. Avast ye lubbers. Yeah, Flash, honey, were you a little bit confused today? Because Flash was talking like a pirate today, and that's Friday. Fridays are Talk Like a Pirate Day. Silly Flash. But he got the rest of us talking too, so yeah, peer pressure, peer pressure. We had to talk like a pirate too. Why? Because it's fun. That's why. Arr. Okay. You wanted it. You got it. Toyota. Let me share. Just a sec. Let me put this little baby deer over here too. And now for something completely I think I'll just say that. Okay. Because, I see all these lovely people over there, and bless your hearts. Everybody is sharing all of this information, and I love it. I love it. But you know what? There's so many of you that are sharing all of that information that I have taken it upon myself. It is the cross that I will have to bear, or the whoopee cushion that I will have to sit on, or the red nose that I'll have to wear, or the rubber chicken that I'll have to fling around, or whatever. But I will take it upon myself to be the resident goofball. Okay? To be the one that makes you look at it and go, holy shit, she's at it again. Yeah, I am. Y'all need to smile more often, damn it. Makes your face glow. Or, as my niece, bless her heart, love you, Rochelle, and I can't wait for when you get back in the States so I can go see you. I haven't seen you in forever. I know you're being a Grammy and all that fun stuff, and yes, that's extremely important, but I haven't seen my Shelley in a long time. And I need to, tell dirty jokes and that kind of shit. Okay, but she said that I was positively radiating today, which I don't know if that means I'm like a radiator or if I'm radioactive. I'm not real sure. I prefer effervescent, but, she's a rather glowing individual herself because she's so bright. Don't you know? Okay, on to the next story, which, you need to hear this, or at least I'm thinking you do, because, I'm going off the headline, okay? This is over on UPI.com. A Florida bar fight started with a fart. Wussy. Well, what were you having, a competition and somebody outfart, or did someone get disqualified because they shit themselves? Inquiring minds want to know, and I'm gonna find out and share it with you right here on the rocket chair. This is down in Key West, where all them crazy people hang out. An alleged flatulence. How do you have an alleged flatulence? I mean, I know you can be sneaky sometimes. You can have those silent ones that also are not odoriferous. They just kind of, and there's no real pungent aroma attached to them. And then you have the noisy ones that, you would think with the amount, the decibel level of them, that they would be like totally, and oh crap. My daughter is stuck in a storm. I hate when that happens. Shit. In any case, you can have those noisy ones, but, you would think, wow, I'm going to have to leave the room because, damn, that sounded, whew. And no, it really wasn't that bad. And then you have the SBDs. Yeah. I know some people that are very good at those. And then I happen to have a sister-in-law who shall remain nameless. And my mother, quite frankly, that, they combine the decibel and the odoriferous to heights not previously imagined. Wow. And you get our family together, and if anybody cooked any like ham and beans or baked beans or anything like that, it better be an open air gathering. I'm thinking it probably could have been, Grimmy. So instead of me reminiscing and going on, let's find out just exactly what caused this, because I don't believe there is such a thing as an alleged flatulence. You either passed gas or you didn't. There is no alleged. There is none of this. I think I farted. I'm not sure. Hon, if you did, you'd know it, okay? But apparently it led to a fist fight between two couples at a bar in Florida. Two couples, huh? I'm thinking, yeah, it was a gas attack. Somebody was having a contest and did not like being the sore loser. This was, according to police, an argument between two couples about a fart turned violent at Sloppy Joe's bar in Key West. The argument was due to someone farting. said Richard McBride, who is 53. Well, okay, Richard, apparently your sphincter muscles are getting a little bit loose and you're just kind of letting it go without. McBride and his girlfriend Sandra Stoner, who is 55. Ooh, you going for the older women. Hey, there you go. Good for you. Said that they were drinking at the bar when an unidentified man punched him in the face after they argued about a fart. Were you arguing about how to score it or what? I want to know. According to Officer Igor Kasyanenko, I love that name. Hi, Officer Igor Kasyanenko. Try and say that sober. I can't. The surveillance footage shows that showed Stone get out of her seat to approach another woman, getting in her face in what appeared to me as an aggressive manner. Oh, so it was women bickering about who pooted on who. Well, the unidentified man attempted to get between Stone and the other woman when McBride pushed the woman. The man turned and punched him in the face. Well, okay, you push her. It's let the chicks deal with their poot war, okay? You folk don't need to be getting involved. Apparently, McBride suffered a dislocated shoulder during the scuffle and was treated at the Lower Keys Medical Center. The unidentified couple at the bar left after the altercation, but McBride signed a release form and expressed that he was not interested in pressing charges. Probably because it was McBride's female companion that let one go. And she was trying to pawn it off on the other gal, and the other gal's going, it wasn't me that shit my panties. You did it, darling. Wolf smells its own fart first, don't you know? Oh, people get into some of the craziest damn disputes. Gotta love it. A Florida fart fight. A Florida fart fight. Yeah, there you go, Grim. Only in Florida. Well, no, I can't say that because, man, oh man, the stories my dad used to tell about where he grew up. He grew up in Patricksburg, Indiana, which isn't even a blip on a fly's radar. Well, maybe it is because they have shit crit going through town, but it's only a blip on a fly's. It's not even warranted as a two blinker like where I live. You know, because I've been to Patricksburg. Of course, it was a long time ago, and I'm thinking it was on the decline at that time. So I'm thinking, yeah, it might be a one blink and you missed it kind of deal. But yeah. Hi, Rascal. You come up here to help me out? Don't chew on my leash, young lady. Okay. I just love that. It was a fart fight. Wasn't a bar fight. It was a fart fight. Man, I would pay to see that. I want a gas mask. Does that cost extra? That would be fun to watch, though. Having people having fart fights. Maybe that could be the new sport in Florida. I mean, it's at Sloppy Joe's. You're supposed to be sloppy. Ooh, mental image. No, don't go there. Don't go there. I just think it was very tacky of that other couple to shit and run. Of course, that's just me. I think that's just rude. Okay, let me put this over here on Effen's site as well. Has anybody else showed up? I've asked ye. See, I keep looking over at the shout box and see, I've asked ye, landlubbers. Yeah, I'm a landlocked lubber. Don't you know? You know, you have to go quite a ways just to see a spit out here. Because it is drier than a popcorn fart. And it wasn't just a week ago that we had rain. But yeah, now it's drier than a popcorn fart. Which you need it that dry. Because got to get that wheat to turn so they can harvest. Because that's money in the bank. At least for a while. Okay. I gotta. Where is he? Where is he? I gotta. I'm feeling just a skosh obnoxious all of a sudden. I know that shocks you. Rascal, do not sit on my keyboard, sweetheart. Silly kitty. Okay, just a minute. I gotta find just the right emoticon here. See, if you guys are not over on that effing site on freedomsnetwork.com, come on over. Because then you could see the silliness that I'm posting over here. Because Grammy has some way cool emoticons that you can use. And I play with them a lot. So. Oops. It would help if I would spell it right. Okay. Now I can. There. I feel much better now. Okay. What's going on over here on Fakey Book? Hi, Dan and Ellie. That's my brother and his wife. Yes. Hi, Anita. Okay. New. Hi there, New. New is such a sweetheart, and he's such a flirt. And he's a harmless flirt, but he's such a flirt. I think he flirts with everybody. He's so silly. Oh, I wonder if he's listening. Hey, New, when's the next time you're going to the islands? He goes off to some Polynesian island for like 6 months out of the year. And it's like, I am so totally jealous because he has not once. He flirts all the time, but it's just because he wants a license plate. But he never offers to take me to the islands for 6 months. Damn it. Damn it, New. That's just not right. Okay, what's going on over here on that RLM chat? Not a whole lot. Okay. Y'all are very quiet. You must be just listening. Come on, Hal's the only one that's supposed to have you quiet. Or chatting or whatever. Because Hal is the one that makes you go, think, 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 think. Pay attention, think. By the way, that's Hal Anthony, who has Behind the Woodshed every Sunday on reallibertymedia.com, channel 3. And he's always opening up a can of whoop-ass for y'all. And it's always, always very, very educational. Okay, let me go back to Oopie. Oopie, 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 Oopie. Oopie. Let me go back to the home page. And then I'm going to have to check out my pocket. Because I have actually stuck a few things in my pocket this week. Let's see. Oh, that is, okay. I'm going to go here just because it's like, this is over in France. Bon vivant. This is, I don't, wow. I don't know that I would go watch him. Okay, don't give it away. This is a one-armed tattoo artist who has a prosthetic with a built-in needle. Now, I know I have been wanting to complete a tat on my right leg because I have some symbols I want to do around it. I don't want a whole hell of a lot. I love to see the artwork on other people, but I don't want to have that much on. Yeah. But I have this really cool tat on my right leg, and I need to finish it with symbols around the outside of it. But I just haven't had frickin' time. And yeah, I have lots of time. And I can take time, but it's taking time and money at the same time to go and get it tended to. And, well, I have a tendency to actually want to spend that time and money with my grandkids as opposed to putting more ink on my skin, or in my skin. So, it's called priorities. This is in Lyon, France. A French tattoo artist who lost his arm 22 years ago shared video of his unusual prosthetic arm. Excuse me. Which has a working tattoo needle instead of a hand. J.C. Chetan Tenet. I know I butchered that, but I have fun trying to say those French words, don't you know? He's a tattoo artist from Lyon and posted a video on YouTube showing the arm, which was designed and built by engineer Jean-Louis Gonzalez. Excuse me, and you are able to see it in action. Tenes says that his arm includes repurposed components from a sewing machine. Oh, cool! A typewriter, a turntable, and a pressure gauge. Wow, now that is freaking ingenious as hell. Talk about use and reuse. Awesomeness. The artist said the arm contains some disposable parts and is easily taken apart for cleaning. The rusty, worn, and dirty appearance is, of course, fake, he said on Facebook, explaining that the design was a steampunk-inspired aesthetic choice. Now I'm going to have to watch that video. Tenes says that his arm is very long and meticulous, which makes it more of an exhibition kinetic sculpture than a daily use tool. The tattoo artist said that he uses his left arm for detailed work, but he has been practicing using the prosthetic arm for fills. Ah, how cool. That is, wow. Very interesting. If I had the money, honey, I would go to France and at least watch you give someone a tattoo, although I might actually get a tattoo from a one-armed guy in France just to say, I have a tattoo from a one-armed guy in France, don't you know? It would be like, see my tattoo from French? Huh? It's a guy with one arm done it. Too cool. I know I'm weird, but what the heck? I enjoy it. Don't you know? Wowzer. Okay. Now, let's go check out Freedom's Network. I got to post this over here. And where's the... Okay, I'll do this one. Just 'cause. Okay, yes, I see I have notifications over here on Facebook. Hi, Michael. How are you doing, sweetheart? Hi, Nancy. This is another Nancy, by the way. Nancy from the Unity group. And Darwin. Hi, Darwin. Hey, sweetheart. How's things in your world? Okay. I don't know why I have an issue today, but I didn't all day long. It wasn't until I put my headphones and my microphone on that it was like, okay, my voice is now going to get froggy. I almost dropped the F-bomb, but I'll wait. Hi, Lady Ann. How you doing, sweetie? How's things over across the pond? I hope things are going absolutely splendiferous for you. Okay, time to go check out my pocket. Now, I keep seeing all kinds of things about, people saying that the United States was actually intended, yada, 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 to be a republic. It started out being a republic, not a democracy. You do not wish to have a democracy. You wish to have a republic. And I kept seeing this stuff and finally, this morning, I took the initiative and went to Google. And I decided to type in what's the difference between a republic and a democracy. Now, I found all kinds of lovely little links, and I scrolled down and I went to several pages, and I finally wound up going with answers.com, Why? I don't know. I just went to that one. Maybe because it had the etymology of the words, or etymology, however you pronounce that. This is on answers.com. Democracy comes from the Greek words demos and kratos, which is people power or rule by the people. And it signifies a type of government where the people control or are the government, as opposed to rule of monarch, one rule, a dictator, one ruler, or oligarchs, a few rulers. There are two general kinds of democracy. There's a direct democracy, where the people rule the country themselves. That is, they meet regularly and decide on laws and actions. Or a representative democracy, where the people elect counselors to represent them in a ruling council. Many of the ancient Greek city-states and early New England colonies were direct democracies, while countries like the United States, Germany, or France are far too large for direct democracy to be a viable option. So these countries use the representative democracy model instead, whereas I think the only reason they're far too large is because they say they're far too large. Why not have direct democracy, and then once a year, all of those people that are, out of all those people that are practicing that direct democracy where you have to meet those people at least on a weekly basis, if not a daily basis, in your locality. Y'all just get together and you decide who you want to go to the one big shindig. And it cannot be the same person 2 times in a row. I know I'm putting all these rules here, but damn it, people get to where they start becoming comfortable when they stay in those positions of power for too long. And then they start getting either lazy or greedy or both. I do not like the representative democracy model simply because when you ask someone to represent you, you are asking them to present you as themselves, or to represent you in their way. And it's like, no. That just doesn't sound right. I just don't like the whole. I prefer the direct. You got that one-on-one interaction. You got that local group. You got everybody hashing shit out on that local level. Because once something gets too big to police itself, it is too large to function properly, and it will be corrupted. It will be. That's just part of human nature. Sorry, it is. Now, a republic comes from Latin words res and publica, which means thing of the people. It refers to any style of government where there is no monarch. That is, there is no king, no emperor, no shah, no sultan, or any other similar position. In monarchy, the government is affected by the monarch. So, for example, in the United Kingdom, Queen Elizabeth rules. However, it is a constitutional monarchy, which to me is like an oxymoron. And the Constitution effectively gives power to the Parliament elected by the people. Yeah, right, if it comforts you to think that way. But in the Republic, there is no such rule. The country is said to belong to the people. But this can be via a president, once again, a representative, don't like that, a council or a parliament, or a combination. This is what distinguishes it from a democracy. A republic can be a democracy or an oligarchy. And wow, whippity-doo-dah, looky there. No matter how you look at it, it can turn into an oligarchy if you take it to the dark side. And I think that's where it's gone. My personal opinion. So, every democracy is a republic, but not every republic is a democracy. For example, the The United States is both a democracy and a republic. Some countries are republics but are not considered democracies. Examples include Nazi Germany, the People's Republic of China, the Democratic People's Republic of North Korea, and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. While not democratic countries from a Western point of view, they are technically republics since they had no monarchs, and even had some form of elections. However, it's also a matter of perception. For example, North Korea calls itself a Democratic People's Republic and tries to brainwash its people into believing that. I think every country right now pretty much tries to brainwash its people into believing it's okay, it's all good. Right. Wink, 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 wink. But from an outside point of view, it is arguably the most undemocratic country in the world, closely followed by USA. And then there's a whole hell of a lot of other countries that are right up there in the running. I'm thinking they're down to, if not fisticuffs, then definitely a fart contest. Definitely. Because when you get a bunch of politicians in the room, you got a bunch of lies, and you got an awful lot of effervescent people that are spewing hot air from both ends. And from both ends, it is a rather pungent aroma. Sometimes you just want to stop and go, should I hand you toilet paper or a toothbrush? I'm not real sure which end that came out of. To carry on with this, by the same token, countries like the United Kingdom, Belgium, and Japan are not republics, since they each have a monarch of some kind. The UK has a queen, Belgium has a king, and Japan has an emperor. They are each technically a monarchy. However, they are each also considered to be constitutional monarchies. Oxymorons. Because each has a constitution that gives real power to the elected assemblies, and the monarch's role is mostly ceremonial, coming into real play only when the constitutional crisis cannot be resolved by the elected assemblies, and direction to resolve this is essential. Yeah, in other words, they're the ones behind the curtain pulling the strings. The puppet masters, if you will. So each of these has a government that resembles a representative democracy. Resembles, vaguely, but resembles. So, these various terms are largely superficial. Yeah, you can say that again, because they're all pretty much oligarchies. And the only way to understand them is to examine the real practice of government in each country, looking behind the titles, words, and pretenses, and arriving at a real, effective forces of government, which basically is they do what they will because we let them. We let them. Get that through your skull, okay? The only reason they have authority is because we believe they do. Stop it. Oh, sure, there's a bunch of squiggles and lines on paper that say they have authority. But do we have to really believe that just because it's written down on a piece of paper that makes it so? If it's on a piece of paper that you should go out and kill every third person, does that mean that that's the way it's supposed to be? I don't think so. So why is this any different? Oh, because it's a moral code? Hell, cheapers, you cannot legislate morality. You just flat ass can't. It don't work. Because not everybody has the same moral fiber. You know, some people are rather constipated when it comes to the moral fiber thing. They need a lot more fiber. A lot more. This closes up with a development. The early experiments in democracy, excuse me, were carried out in Athens and other city-states in Greece, which I think is probably as large a democracy that can be viable, actually viable, should be. They tried direct democracy, where the citizens met fortnightly in assembly and voted on all issues, and a council implemented them between meetings. Some rash decisions by the easily swayed people brought about chaos and collapse. So later countries have used representative democracy, where the citizens elect representatives to a parliament which directs the state on the citizens' behalf. That's their story, and they're sticking to it. But, darlings, they direct the state in their own self-interest. It's called job security. While not perfect as representatives play politics and self-interest, it's also practical for the present as countries are much larger and assembly of citizens impractical. Mass electronic communication can solve this, but politicians are not going to rush to a system which replaces them anytime soon. Why? Because job security, don't you know? You know, you're replacing people that take orders at Mickey D's and Arby's and all of these other places. How's about we replace elected tormentors with computers? Makes just as much sense, don't you think? Oh, sure, it's kind of scary if someone were to get in there and hack the system, but it's not scary now. Seriously, stop and think about it here, peeps. I think I would much rather take my chances with a frickin' computer. Have it programmed with the 3 laws of robotics that the wonderful Dr. Asimov invented and or coined, however you wish to put that, and do away with the representatives. RLM 17622 said we are a representative republic. Thank you there, darling. And Rome's is now known as Trust No One. I don't get to breathe heavy anymore. That's okay. It's okay. Now I have the shit. X-Files theme music going in my head. Thank you ever so much, darling. If I don't have one thing going, it's the other. It's okay. It's all good. Okay, let me share this. All over the place. And you know, I have a bitch page over on Facebook. It's called the Beer and Ale Party. I don't do a whole heck of a lot on it anymore because I kind of sort of felt like I was hiding behind. And I don't like hiding. So I came out of the closet, even if it was the tap room. But the beer and ale, it actually does stand for something. It stands for Begin Electing Ethical Representation and Against Legalized Extortion. Which, you know, if you want to elect ethical representation, I think the only way that you can do that is on a local level. Because once they get beyond the local level, once they get to where you cannot reach out and touch them on a daily basis with your concerns or your gripes, then they start losing touch with you. And then they start making decisions based on, their own best interests. Or the best interests of the corporation that paid the most to their campaign. Yeah, it's not necessarily a win-win in my books. So, we definitely need to start electing ethical representation, and that needs to be on the local level. The national is gone. It's gone. That hasn't been an election in a long time. That has been a selection, and it's been a bunch of bread and circuses or smoke and mirrors, however you wish to put that, for years. For years. Because quite frankly, and I've heard the arguments that you need to have the Electoral College because you just can't go on the will of the people because the will of the people is just too out there. It's just too flighty. It's just too fanciful. It's just too this. It's just too that. And I say back to you, and the will of the Electoral College is bought and paid for, and not by people that have our best interests at heart. Just saying. So, in any case, I do post some things over on my beer and ale party. But not a whole heck of a lot. Most of the stuff I post on my own Facebook page, just because I want people to know, you know what? This is my opinion. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And if I get called out on my opinion and you give me an argument that is enough to persuade me that maybe I'm thinking incorrectly, then hey, bonus round. But you better bring your A game. Just saying. Because a lot of times when I express an opinion, actually, most of the time, when I express an opinion, I actually go to the effort of posting it on my wall. I believe it. And so you're going to have to bring your A game to convince me that I'm wrong. And there are times when I do post things that I'm rather ambiguous about. You know, I do that everywhere, where I don't really have an opinion, but I think it's something that we need to have a discussion about. Maybe we need to have that discussion so that I can firm up an opinion. Maybe it's just to get some input from other people, because I'm just kind of looking at like, wow, this is really, really murky, and I'm having a hard time seeing any kind of real solid perspective here. So I post things that I need other input on. I need people to share their opinions on, so that I can go, okay, now I'm getting a clearer picture. It's starting to get a few more pixels in there. It's starting to get a little bit more in focus for me. It's just kind of the way I roll. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Okay, put this over here on the effing site. Dang, I've been at this for an hour already and still no F-bombs. Who's proud of me? I know I am. I'm thinking overachiever, overachiever. I'm going to drop one eventually. You know I will, because, well, I cannot seem to go a whole night without dropping at least one F-bomb. And it's not that I actually set out to do it, and it really wasn't something that I was, intending for this evening, is to not drop an F-bomb. But the farther along I got, and then I'd look at my little clock and I go, dang, I still haven't dropped one. Shit. I'm impressed. I know it doesn't take much to impress me. I am also easily tickled because, well, I can tickle myself. And don't be going to that kinky side, guys. I don't know why y'all do that. And that brings up something else I've been pondering of late. I had a conversation with someone last week. A telephone conversation with a friend, someone that I've known for quite a few years. And I thought, we're just sitting there chit-chatting along, talking about politics. One of those things that with a good friend you can do that without, and nobody's going to get butthurt. You're just going to share opinions. It's all good. So we're sitting there chit-chatting, and then all of a sudden, out pops this, it would be nice to, and I'll just let you use your imagination. And I went, excuse me? Because although, yeah, I have been known to say some very off-color things on the radio, and I do. I mean, double entendres, that's half the fun of a conversation, especially amongst friends, is to drop those unexpected double entendres where everybody goes, did she just say what I think she said? Did she mean what I think she means? And just the word game thing. I find that amusing. I have a good time with that. But to have someone that I've known for quite some time just go there in the middle of a discussion about something completely not there. It made me go, what the hell? And I wasn't real. What? Oh, Porcus says that ethical representation is an oxymoron. Yeah, it is. Wow, thank you for pointing that out, sweetheart. I hadn't thought of it like that. Damn it all. See, another perspective. You almost got me there. You almost got me. But I've got to ask this. I don't know if this is a guy thing or what, but it just really threw me for a loop, and I've noticed it with a few other conversations I have had of late, and I don't know if it's because it's like the stars are aligning, or if it's just the nature of the beast or what. But how is it that you can be having just a normal conversation and then all of a sudden it's called piracy? Oh, okay. How can you how can you have a normal conversation then all of a sudden just say, baby, I'd like to, and then get explicit? It's what? I was thrown. Just saying. And then it was like, okay, hon. Wow. I was speechless, actually, and I know that shocks a lot of you. But I'm just wondering, is that a nature of the beast kind of thing? I mean, and I'm not talking, the double entendre stuff. I'm not talking the playful banter stuff. I'm talking the bam, go there. This is what I want to do kind of shit over the phone. And it's like, huh, when did I get a 1-900 number? Alrighty. Wow. I don't know. I was a little, yeah. But I'm just going to throw that out there. I want to know from you men folk and women as well. If you've noticed that. I don't know if it's a certain astrological alignment or what the hell, but I'm going to try and make it 5 more minutes. Hi, Garielle. How you doing, sweetie? Call the FBI about fake staged Orlando shooting psyop lies. Okay. I'm going to go there. Just simply because it's in my pocket. And I do want to get this out there. Because I think people need to know this. They really need to know this. If you're busy doing your Facebook thing and sharing what you had for supper or pictures of your kitty cat, which I took a picture of my kitty cat last night. Rascal was just entirely too cute. She was hanging out in the sink. Oh, cutie pie. But, okay, where did I go? Okay. A lot of people are so busy eating the slop at the propaganda trough. The propaganda buffet, where they also serve a free glass of Kool-Aid to go along with your propaganda slop. And people need to really realize, every time it comes into across a mainstream media, the clap, as Grammy calls it, the corporate lame-ass propaganda machine. Anytime you see something on there where the clap gets all, ooh, look what the FBI did. They saved us once again. Here I am to save the day. Yeah. On all of these terror attacks that they're saving us from. I shared a video the other day over on Fakeybook and on a few other sites. Judge Knapp called them out on it in 2013. And I really don't think they've been slacking off any. As a matter of fact, I think they've probably been quickening the pace just a skosh. But over here on humansarefree.com, And this was dated August the 21st of 2001. Yeah. The FBI is entrapping people. And now how in the hell can this be dated? I guess I'm just going to have to... Never mind. Let me read it and maybe we'll both find out together. The FBI is entrapping people that look like they could commit terrorist acts by offering money and coercing them into committing these acts. They then step in and make busts for the acts that they have completely set up. But that's okay, because the judge said it's okay. It's not entrapment, because they had evil lurking in their hearts, and you just brought the evil out. Right. What they're trying to do is to convince the American public that there is a large army of potential terrorists that they should all be very, very scared about, and that they are very much engaged in a worldwide surveillance, and this surveillance is very valuable to them, which I thought the FBI was supposed to be playing on USA soil and the CIA on international soil. Apparently, those are distinctions that they pay very little attention to. They can learn a lot about all sorts of things and, in a sense, control issues to their advantage. It's called manipulation and string pulling. Puppet masters. There you go. And the entire legal justification for that depends on there being a war on terror, which, if you have noticed, if you've been paying attention, people, the war on terror is much like the war on poverty. When they declared a war on poverty, we got more poverty. When they declared a war on drugs, we got more drugs. When they declared a war on terror, we have more terror. And the lovely thing about it, the bonus round about it, is it can go on forever. Why? Because there's always going to be someone lurking in the shadows that they're going to be fearful of, or that they're going to try and make you fearful of. There's always going to be a Boogeyman of the Month club, don't you know? And so, there is no end to the war on terror until you look at them and say, fuck you. I ain't scared of your Boogeyman anymore. There you go. There's your F-bomb. And it felt so good to get that out. You do know that without a war on terror, they have no right to do this. With a war on terror, they have no right to do this. Because when you really stop and think about it, you cannot give rights to a fictitious entity. You cannot give rights to a group or a corporation or anything like that. Rights are individual things. You know, they're like you're born with them kind of thing. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. The right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Although, from what I understand from some of the things I'm reading, that pursuit of happiness was actually worded a little bit differently, but they changed the verbiage. But yes, we hold these truths to be self-evident. That means that it's obvious. Ding, 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 ding. You have a right to life. That is first and foremost. You have a right to liberty. Unless that right to liberty infringes upon someone else's right to life. And you have a right to pursue happiness. Unless that, exercising that right of your pursuit of happiness happens to infringe upon someone else's right of either liberty or life. That's the reason that they put them in that order. Duh. To carry on with this, now that I've gone off on a tangent and now I'm back. So, with this war on terror, they have to keep this war going. They have to keep finding people and arresting them and locking them up and scaring everybody. It's the boogeyman. He's going to get you. Yeah. This is from Stephen Downs, who is an attorney for Project Salem. SALAM. And there are a couple of videos that are attached to this. And there is more. Let's see. There is more on the subject. There's a link at the bottom of it where you can go and you can peruse a little bit more about this. But yeah, 94% of all terrorist acts are invented by the FBI. And Judge Knapp said basically the same thing in that video that I shared the other day. I think it was actually yesterday. Out of the 20 quote-unquote acts of terrorism that have been foiled since 9/11, 3 of them have been foiled by the general public. They were doofuses that had a plan, a sucky plan, but a plan. And 17 of them were instigated by the FBI. And then they stepped in and caught the bad guy before he could do anything. So, 17 out of 20. Yeah. What are those numbers? All you math whizzes out there? It is a war on your mind, hon. That's what they're waging. A war on your mind. And if you don't mind, it don't matter. Because they gonna fuck you up. Trust no one. How are you doing with your Bitcoin? I see you're going just absolutely apeshit with that stuff again. And I see Bitcoin is really, really getting up there quite a bit. Oh, okay. What, Gary? Oh. Trust no one is a robot. Okay. Thank you. I finally got caught up in the chat over in the RLM. I'm a little slow sometimes, don't you know? Okay. Let me share this. Oh, winning the jihad war. Yay! Yippee-yi-yay, cow patty. We're all having a jihad. With a jihad here and a jihad there. Here a there a hod. Everywhere a jihad. Oh, don't go there. Don't go there. Hey! This shit just makes me crazy. I gotta throw that in there because seriously, people would go, crazy Grammy, you've been there for a while. Yeah, I have. Built me a several-story condo in Crazyville. Like it. That way I can go on multiple levels of crazy. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, let me do this one. I'll do that one. Okay. And let me check out my Fakey book because, wow, I got lots of notifications over here. Weeda, 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 weeda. Weeda. What you sharing? Oh, hey there. Hi, Ray. How you doing, sweetie? Say hi to your lovely wife. Elsa's just absolutely amazing. She puts up with you. I'm picking on you, hon. I do love you. I really do. I really, really do. You're actually one of my first real followers over there on my bitch page. Let's see. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. I gotta see what Weeda is sharing. Raha Deka Weeda. Yeah, that's right. For those who still don't get it. Oh, and Evan, Okay, there's on this the difference between the republic and democracy. People are sharing that link over here on Facebook. And bless your heart, Evan. He comments, I can't believe the amount of people that don't remember social studies in school. You know, my kids didn't have social studies. I shit you not. They did not. I remember having government class. Then they changed it to social studies. And by the time my kids were in high school, they didn't have it. It was not a requirement. That's what's wrong. Or part that's a little bitty iota of what's wrong. Actually, it's like 300 million of us that need to just flat ass step up. But hey, it's going to take time because it took us what 220 plus years to get to this point. I hope to God it doesn't take that many years to get out of this hole we've dug ourselves. Okay, I gotta look on my wall and see if I shared that. I completely spazzed it. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, my Lord. I'm having a day. So, how was everybody else's Wackadoodle Wednesday? Just asking, because I'm curious. You know, it's going to be a hot day. When I started out the day with my hair pulled up, I mean completely pulled up. Because normally I just pull the sides up and then towards the end of the day I have it all pulled up. Yeah, started out the day with my hair up. Because, it was warm this morning already. Let's see. See here. Sharon. Okay, I'm going to go check out RLM. Oh, Gary, you did social studies lab work at the drive-in movie, huh? That's a different kind of social studies, hun. And I think that's what drive-ins are for. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay. Chloe, Sharon, Tom Petty. Where's Atrax? Go on, Chloe. That's Atrax's favoriteest person, isn't it? Tom Petty. There's New. I see New again. Okay. Check out my effing site real fast. I call it my effing site, but nah, it's everybody's effing site. Because it's just effing splendiferous, don't you know? Okay, come on. You can do it. Wow. Hi, Bob. That's Bob Renner, by the way. And I've known Bob since, like way back in the early days of WT. Bob shared me lots of vital information. He was always sending me wonderful messages and links and all kinds of way cool stuff that I would go, wow. Oh, Grammy commented on that link I shared over on the FN site about 94%. He says he'd put them at more like 100%, but you know, he guessed some of them can be created by other governmental agencies. Which, yeah, you know, those governmental agencies like the Social Security that seemed to need to have, how many rounds of ammo, and wow, how many? Of course, you know, a lot of people don't understand. With my being on city council, I understand how sometimes the budgeting and the little parlor tricks you have to play with some of that stuff. And when you have different departments in the general budget, sometimes you have to, if one line item has funds left over at the end of the year and you don't wish to lose those funds next year in the budget, you have to spend that funding. And although that department may not necessarily need whatever you're spending that money on, another department might need it, but they all work hand in hand. They scratch each other's backs, however you wish to put it. So, yeah, the Social Security Department needed how many million rounds, 22 rounds, or whatever the hell it was that they had to have last year or several years ago. That's called budgeting. That's even though the government hasn't lived within a budget in like forever, they probably purchased or at least put in the contract for that ammunition through the Social Security Department because that line item actually had funds left over that needed to be spent. And heaven forbid you give a cost of living increase to the people that are on Social Security. Can't do that. Can't have people actually being able to live on their Social Security now, can we? Oh, and it's an entitlement program. My dying ass. That is not a fucking entitlement program. Most of the people that are collecting, well, okay, not most, but a good share of the people that are collecting Social Security benefits right now paid in all their lives, and it was not a voluntary pay-in either. By the way, it was mandatory. Y'all took it out before we had a chance to even see it. Oh, but it's supposed to help you in your retirement years. Because, people can't be trusted to take care of themselves and set money aside for their retirement years. Yada, 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 blah, 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 bullshit. It was just another way for Uncle Sugar to get his fingers in your pocket. And he sure as hell wasn't diddling you to make you feel good either, hon. No. He was working a hole in that pocket, so as you walked around with any kind of change in there, it all of a sudden became spare change that he walked along behind you with the hoover and sucked it up. That's why government sucks, because they suck it out of you. They suck the lifeblood out of you. They suck your money out of you. They suck. Period. I would say we should all become anarchists, but anarchists are not into groupthink. That's kind of one of those catches in the whole anarchy thing is groupthink. But I think I'm gonna go to the pig actually, real quick because we got summer coming up. Hey, pork pig, I see you. Eat me. All right, you go. Hambo answers your questions you never thought of asking on topics that never crossed your mind. Oh my lord, should I go there? You bet your ass I'm gonna. Here we go. We're gonna let Hambo sound off. Or I'll try not to fuck it up too bad, hun, but you know me. Enough said, okay? So, for a change of pace, I decided to get real regarding some often neglected truths about certain elements of your daily life. That's right, thrilled, spitless, Sparky. Spit it out, Grams. This week, the Free State of Pig is going to fix what ails you. Oh, Lord. I took my dog to get fixed, and when he came back, he went to lick himself, and he went, "They're gone! They're gone!" I don't know that I like the ominous tone. I'm going to laugh at you anyway, but I'm getting a little concerned. I'm hearing creepy music in the background, at least in the background of my head. Fear not, pigsters, this won't hurt. This will only hurt for a little while. David Allan Coe comes to mind. Well, it won't hurt much. Unless you laugh. Should I be afraid? Terrorist! Okay. I know that you're too busy scurrying to and fro to cope with the day-to-day essentials of your life. To just sit and think. So, I'll do it for you. Giving until it hurts. The pig staff is hunkered down in the pig bunker, and it's not located in Mom's basement as one snarky pigster sniped. Yeah, they're doing all the heavy lifting, thinking on certain vital issues, which can make or break your quality of life. This one's for you, pigsters. So, put on your thinking caps and have your pencils and paper ready because a pop quiz is not out of the question. Well, guys, my thinking cap is tin foil and I don't have pencils. They don't allow me to have sharp objects, but I do have crayons. So, television wasn't really better in the good old days. The passage of time cauterized those painful just shoot me memories of my mother the car and the Arsenio Hall show. Admittedly, the cable dial is littered with numerous unrelenting circles of hell. But with so many channels to choose from, this stampeding suckage appeals to a much smaller audience. If anything is better, it's the ample display of sweater puppy cleavage on your channel surfing pit stops. For you guys, maybe. This source of optical delight is a distinct improvement over mom and apple pie shows of the 50s and 60s. Best of all, it is equally enlightening with the mute switch on. Ah, see, now there's the testosterone peeking through. There you go, guys. Get it out of your system. It's okay. I have no idea why y'all are so obsessed with sweater puppies, but hey, if it trips your trigger, go for it. Talking heads on the boob tube are not fonts of life-enhancing knowledge. Instead of feeding their ego when you need sage advice, dial up an episode of South Park, The Simpsons, or a rerun of Married with Children. If you do that, you'll get all the real life wisdom you can handle, which, okay, I gotta agree with that one. Yeah. So, there's no happy ending when you get trapped in a cabal's automated press 1 for yada 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 call answering system. The odds of getting a live person are so daunting that they make winning a lottery seem like a slam dunk. When you play the game correctly, after repeated trips back to square one of two things is destined to happen. The live person you seek is out, and you have gotten their voicemail box that he, she, or it never empties, or you get the "there are too many people in the queue ahead of you, please try again later." Click. And when you actually do get to speak to a live person, odds are English is not their second language, it's their third or fourth. Just saying. If a stranger shows up at your door selling salvation, magazine subscriptions, or some kind of unwanted professional service, you need to view it as an opportunity, not a pain in the butt. This clown has invaded your life, unwitted, so why not take the golden opportunity to run with it? After all this time sitting at the feet of those free state of pig gurus, Porcus and Hambo, you should be filled to the brim with things you're dying to say to somebody but never get the chance. Until now. So go for it and spread that piggish joy. No guts, no glory, Sparky. Ah, and all those whistles and buzzers on your favorite wireless communication devices are, in reality, the telecommunication equivalent of quicksand. Wireless communication capitalists aren't really in the communications business. They're in the business of enticing you into flushing a critical mass of minutes from your life down the drain by using their service. Oh yeah, you're getting serviced, all right. The more lures they deploy, the more likely you are to buy those pricey minutes from them. They really don't give a rat's ass how you spend them, as long as you squander those enriching for them minutes, sinking deeper into the bottomless pit of telecommunications quicksand. Uh-oh. Okay, just a sec. I gotta respond to my daughter. because she got stuck in a nasty ass storm. And so, yay, I'm glad she made it home. Okay. Where was I? Oh, there I was. Okay. Impulsive? I could hear her in a New York minute. Given half a chance, notions are the express lane to an unpleasant justice system encounter. Yeah. You may be convinced that Megyn Kelly is yours for the taking if only she could meet you in person. But that doesn't make following her around an idea whose time has come. Those black-robed killjoys have a word for that. It's called stalking. And if you go down that road, your next horizontal and squishy moment will be in a cell as Bubba's bitch. Uh-huh. Oh, and it's not paranoia when they really are plotting to get you. You're jumping between several boob tube shows when all of them go to commercial at the same time. Or you're sampling the yammering of several different VCR or VRWC boombox babblers while you're in your ride when all of them go to commercial at the same time. The only radio show worth listening to on weekend is regularly kicked to the curb for some asinine reason. Your weekend boob tube choices range from socks to just shoot me. Your phone, which has been silent for most of the day, always rings when you're in the bathroom. And is someone out to get you? You better believe it. It's a plot against me personally, Sparky. I don't, and it's the telecommunication god in the sky. He's fucking with you. Okay, sucking in your belly to impress that hottie is a waste of time. The only reason she smiled at you is because she's too much of a lady to laugh out loud in your face. Obviously, they're not talking about me. Because I'd laugh. I'm just saying. If you catch yourself doing this one, we suggest that you make the best of the situation. How? You start by smiling back, letting it all hang out, then laughing at yourself. If she smiles again, she's sharing the joke with you, not laughing at you. There you go. A very, very important distinction there, guys, and you nailed it. It's never a spiffy idea to pull all your electronic eggs in one cable provider basket. No. If it takes your cable provider a week or more to fix your boob tube connection, why would you entrust them with your phone and internet service too? Why not go for the gold and let them provide your gas and electricity so your life can turbo suck? It's like bonus round of the Ben Dover Society. Don't you think? So, don't be a schnook. You know you're going to look. One of Newton's least known laws states that sweater puppies create their own gravity well. Yeah, they do. After they cross a certain size threshold. Women, by and large, have a natural immunity, but men don't. That's why no matter how hard a dude tries, no matter how gross the sweater puppy packer, the bigger they are, the more impossible it is for him not to stare. It's not bad manners, it's science, Sparky. Yeah, it pretty much is. You know, it's that train wreck that just keeps on giving. Sometimes you just flat ass, no matter how much your mind says, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Yeah. I hear you. Okay, no matter which lane you pick, the other lane is going to move faster. If you're in the checkout line at the store or on the expressway, you'll be nailed by this one. I know what you're thinking, but you can't outthink this one, no matter how hard you try. How does it work? I've discovered that when you're in a lane, you exude a powerful force which slows down time directly ahead of you. Mm-hmm. Its strength is directly proportional to your need for speed. I think this is covered in Einstein's very special laws of relativity, but don't bet the farm on it. I also have noticed in these kind of circumstances that when you're in an exceptionally needy hurry, like you have to be there now or the soonest now possible, and you go to the speedy checkout lane, you know that 10 items or less, obviously someone has more fingers on their hands. Because I invariably get behind someone that doesn't know how to count to 10. And I'm thinking, excuse me, math is not your strong suit, is it? What the hell are you doing in this lane? Go over there, where they have piled carts. This is for those of us that do not pile them high. Dumbass. Oh well. To continue on. If some pinhead is determined to be offended, good manners, not to mention good fun, dictates that you help them along. Oh, it's time to play with the perpetually butthurt. I can't wait for this sage advice. If some self-defined victim is determined to be miserable, you might as well take advantage of this golden opportunity. This is especially true if you're dealing with a complete stranger who blundered into your life and will, quite probably, blunder out again. Permanently. With strangers and family members, you can let it all hang out. When you're dealing with professional acquaintances or coworkers, you need to employ more subtle forms of expression. But that's outside the scope of this rant. Yeah. Who employs subtlety? I know I have a hard time with it. What we need to get our minds off things is a media slut Olympics. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. The competition itself would be part obstacle course and part Survivor Series. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And if we're going to crown a world champion media slut, we need to test the mettle of our competitors to see which of them is really prepared to go the extra mile for some media FaceTime. I'm thinking Darwin Awards are going to be involved in this as well. So, if we're going to crown a media slut champion, Gloria Allred and Messiah Berry are mandatory competitors. Yeah. With them in the mix, My Media Slut Olympics becomes must-see TV. It has ratings gold written all over it. Oh, yeah, except for I really can't stand to watch Dangleberry. You know, old Yertle the turtle, yes, I can't wait for that little turtle on the bottom to belch so Yertle falls down face first into a cow patty, a freshly dropped cow patty, as opposed to a mud puddle, but I just really am tired of saying Dangleberry. Just me. So, let's get real about crop circles here. Crop circles? You better believe it, Sparky. Why? Because after repeated assaults on my sanity by boob tube blights like the Hysteria Channel, you might be foolish enough to call it the History Channel, which, that is foolhardy. This one has finally reached critical mass. I'm up to here with this crop circle crap. I'm going to drive a piggish stake through its heart. No! I enjoy crop circles. I like watching those people because it's invariably someone with some kind of English accent that you can't really understand very well, or it's some guy who maybe with his whole family has 32 teeth. I enjoy those. Don't take my crop circle TV away, you brat. Despite ample evidence, including, yup, we did it, confessions, and demonstrations by numerous human perpetrators, the Tinfoil Headgear Club insists that these intricate patterns are, in reality, the work of E.T. E.T., these THC twerps insist, is trying to tell us something, but we're too primitive to understand their message. Too primitive to understand it? Bullcrap. Oh no, I have to disagree with you, honey. We are too primitive to understand an awful lot of shit. Hence the predicament we find ourselves in. If, for the sake of argument, any of these crop circles are the work of a marauding ET, there's nothing complicated about the message. It's no different than the artwork we find on freeways and buildings in gang-infested outposts of humanity. The least irrational, THC-appeasing explanation for crop circles is this. It's ET's way of tagging the blue-green planet located in the boondocks of the Milky Way galaxy. Just saying, okay, I could go with that. Because I really do think that the only reason we're here is some ET got to tweaking our DNA. And when his professor comes back and grades this science experiment, that guy's going to flunk. Just saying. Goes on to say that they had a rare moment of clarity today, which allowed them to understand the One and his neo-Marxist democrats. Suffering from a synaptic suffocating intellectual myopia, they exist in an alternative reality where their actions never have consequences. Yeah. From that twisted perspective, everything they do makes sense, more or less. Their deeds feel good, and they never see anything bad happen as a result. Boob tubes have parental controls to keep tykes from going where they don't belong. What, I ask, have boob tube purveyors done to establish meaningful communication with a dumber than a box of rocks pimple on humanity's butt? How can you make the thinking impaired understand when a boob tube outlet is shoveling crap instead of giving? We're not being visited, Art Bell fans Sparky. Yeah, we are. E.T. is, in essence, mooning us. Yeah, but it's still, they're visiting. I am not looking forward to the moment when they decide to do the plastic or the paper bag full of shit and put it on my porch and ring the doorbell and light it on fire. If anyone still wonders why dealing with nanny state functionaries at all levels of government is such a non-stop thrill ride, wonder no more. When you deal with a nanny state cubicle clown, if you must interact with these nanny state nitwits, you might consider prayer, if you're so inclined. But unless the deity of your choice intercedes, your fate is sealed. You are so screwed, Sparky. So here in the U.S., we have two holidays, which are essentially little more than an excuse to get gassed on adult beverages. I have some issues with them, but not the ones you might expect. The two drinking holidays for the whole year just isn't getting her done. We need more of them. Since we only have two drinking holidays, why are they located so close together? We have to get these two within the first 2.5 months, and then we're expected to sock it up for the scumbags raid our wallets. In addition to regularly scheduled drinking holidays spread throughout the year, we should each be given one floating drinking holiday that we can use when the need arises. We, the people, need to get this resolved during the forthcoming election cycle by endorsing the candidate who promises to get her done. So, you're right, it didn't hurt too bad. Hambo and Porcus. And now, seeing as how I'm here, let's get on with this day in history. June the 15th, 1969. Rednecks from Sea to Shining Sea celebrate with CBS finally adds some real American culture to lineup with first Hee Haw airing Picking and Grinning, Locked and Loaded. I actually enjoyed Hee Haw. I really did. Much better than Lawrence Welk. Just saying. This date in history, 1976, the Houston Astrodome gave and decrees that even non-citizen tykes get to be government schooled. You know, when you think about it, it's not really your money anyway because, well, you know, it's all just digits on a screen. And they're just taking whatever money you think you may have earned. Yeah, that goes to pay the interest on the debt. Just putting that out there. Finally, this date in history, June the 15th, 1998, displaying a wry sense of humor. The SCOTUS sees inmates, or the SCOTUS says inmates are protected by Americans with Disabilities Act. Yippee-yi-yay, cow patty. And that's the news you didn't know you needed to know, but I knew you needed to know, and there you go. Who's a blundering idiot? Besides, a boya. Okay, I gotta catch up here. Yes, drive-ins are also good for biology studies too. Let's see. A car night where it was however many bodies you could fit into a car the car got in for $7. So we always found someone that had a station wagon. Don't you know? Vega hatchback. My brother did that time or two. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Men are obsessed with sweater puppies and men. Ask any plastic surgeon, fashion designer, or bra manufacturer, which I would like to take a bra manufacturer, especially those. Hi, buddy. How you doing? It's Buddy. Okay. And Casey K. Casey K. Another one of my coworkers. Cool beans. See, these guys have to work with me 9 hours a day. So they're kind of, what I'm doing here is like, oh shit, that's just her all over the place. That's just the way she is. Who's ready to say fuck it and go live in a tiki hut? Me, Jason. Me. Or a hobbit who's messing with me. It's like, nuh-uh, I know better. I own this stuff. I bought it. I paid for it. And he said, and you have to take care of it. You have to maintain it. You have to keep it clean. You have to fix it. You have to pay taxes on it and tag it if it's a vehicle. And I went, holy fuck. It owns me. It's got me. Holy shit. So, the government's just going to have to step in line because I've obviously got a residence and something on 4 wheels that already owns me and is sucking me dry. So get in line, government. I already have 2 masters. Oy, 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 oy. Moosey! Hey, Moosey! How's your day going, sweetheart? I hope you're not having big, bad, and nasty big bada booms. I saw you guys are in that zone again. Not cool. It's not. Also on the RLM Spreaker channel and the RLM Tune-In station and the RLM Internet radio station. And I have been your hostess with the Wackadoodle Mostess, Grammy Mary. On this Wackadoodle Wednesday. I will be back Friday evening. Same baddie time, same baddie channel for the Freaker Friday edition of Grammy's Rocket Chair. I don't think Vince is going to be on directly following me, so there will be a brief break in there where you can get your munchies time. I go by my time zone because I am set with the cosmos, okay? And the rest of you just need to deal with it. In any case, Freakers Ball will be Freaker Friday night at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. I won't be around to play, though, or listen in because I will be on my way to a family reunion, a gathering with my siblings, and having a grand old time, I'm sure, and possibly even having a farting contest or two. You never know with us. I also will not be around for the dork table this weekend, but I'm sure Flash will handle it just fine without me. So be sure to check out RLM because there's always something going on. There's always replays going on. Check it out. Also, check out UCY.tv. Lots and lots of very educational, interesting, and fun programming on that channel as well. I believe that is channel 6, not channel 6, channel 6 on your RLM dial. So, yeah, I've always wanted to say that. Until then, yeah, Flash is a big enough dork all on his own. But I'm sure he will find somebody to be dorkulous with on Saturdays. So, and I might actually be home in time to listen in to Hal. I'm not sure yet. I'm hoping to be home in time to listen to Hal because I will, once Hal gets done, I will have to go out and mow because it's that time of year. Oh, well. In any case, I need to get out of here because I got to go out and water my garden because it has been a scorcher today. And that drink I gave it this morning, I'm sure did not last long. So, y'all have an absolutely awesome rest of your weekend. I hope tomorrow, shit day, sure happy it's Thursday because the next day's Friday. I hope those are equally splendiferous. I am out of here. I love you all. And I wish you all enough. Good night.